Alright, let's talk about some Ubuntu news. In the latest Ubuntu daily builds, they have finally moved Banshee to be the default media player. From the looks of things on some of the websites I've been to, it doesn't appear to have the Ubuntu One store integrated into it yet. Hopefully that will happen before April. In addition, they've changed the color of the grub background. It is now aubergine. And speaking of 11.04, several months ago, I think as far back as May, Mark Shuttleworth made a blog post talking about what he called windicators. Windicators would basically be little icons at the upper right-hand corner of each application that would allow you to control application-specific settings. Well, according to Shuttleworth on the IATANA mailing list, he says he would love to see them get done, but they are not critical to getting Unity out there. So if they happen by 11.04, wonderful. If they don't, we'll wait and see what happens with 11.10. Keeping things rolling, someone has ported Ubuntu to the Nook color. From the looks of things, this is almost identical to the way they did it on the Samsung Galaxy Tab, where you run a script on the device, it starts up an Ubuntu instance, you install a VNC server on it, and then run a VNC application to connect to it. Still very cool to see Ubuntu running on these small devices, and with the screen resolution of the Nook being 1024 by 600, it should be very conducive to running Ubuntu. One thing to mention though, it is not the default Ubuntu interface that's on it. They had to put LXDE on it because of the limited hardware specs of the Nook color. And the last bit of Ubuntu news to talk about is that Angry Birds might come to the Ubuntu Software Center. Since it's available on Android and has been for a little while now, and Ubuntu has a software center that allows for paid apps, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal to port it over to Linux. Someone asked the Rovio Mobile team on Twitter if they were coming to the Software Center, and they said they were going to have to look into that. Now that's nothing official, of course, but it does imply that they're open to new suggestions, they're open to new platforms. I, for one, welcome our new Angry Bird overlords here on Linux. Well, that's all the Ubuntu news for today. If you haven't seen them already, make sure to check out the general Linux news and the Android and CES event information. I'll have a link here where you can go back to the original video and click on any of the other links to continue. But if you are ending our journey here, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.